Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the Million Dollar Coach Show. My name is Ryan McMorris, and I am here to help you build your $1 million coaching business. So, if you're a brand new coach or you are a seasoned coach and you're looking to take your business to a whole new level and start bringing in fresh new clients every single week and cross that $1 million mark as an online coach, you're in the right place. All right. So today I'm going to be going over if I lost everything today and had to start over 100%, because it's happened to me before, what would I do? What game plan would I execute if I lost everything today? Okay. So let me know if you're watching live. Let me know if you're watching the replay. I am at my home office today. And let me know where you're coming in from as well. I'd love to hear from you. And let me get, and again, I apologize for being late. I had to log on from a completely different computer today. So that's why I'm running a little behind today. So say what's up. Let me know if you're watching live. Let me know if you're watching the replay as well. And I'm going to break some things down for you today. Again, I'll answer any questions that you have. But again, I kind of want to go over a 30-day plan, if you will, that I would execute if I were to have to start over. Okay. Many of you may know the story. If Many of you may know the story of when our business did crash in 2018. Our business crashed. It was doing about $20,000 a month. We had a nice little membership that was just cooking and moving along, and we took some advice from a friend in the industry, in our industry at the time. And the advice was just kind of to change up a bunch of stuff. And we said, you know what, like, we're not going to get to $100,000 a month if we keep doing the exact same things. So we started making these changes. What's going on, Sarah? What's up? Good to see you. Thinking that's Chris. I don't see your name on here yet, but I'm thinking that's Chris since you said you're in the ATL. But when we made these changes inside of our business, yeah, that is Chris. What's going on, man? Good to see you. We started making these changes inside of our business, and everything's just started to crumble. Okay. Now, it wasn't that the membership was doing bad. It was the lead generation, the lead source, the leads that we had coming in were inconsistent, and we had really bad messaging. Okay. The thing that we ended up doing wrong and really kind of going wrong inside of our business at that time was really the fact that we could not convert new people. Okay. Our messaging was so off that every time we got in front of new people, like, we couldn't convert. Every time we were in front of like old people that knew us really well, they'd loved us, they'd seen us at events, they'd been around, and like all these other things had like nurtured that person for us. Well, they would buy anything from us regardless. And there's people out there that they follow you, they love you so much that they'll buy whatever you got. And those people are great, but in the overall scope of how you grow your business, those people are not that good for the front end of your business. Okay. Why? Because they're not letting you know that your message is right. Give me a number one in the comment section if that makes sense. Okay. I can't, my Facebook is not working the right way. So I can't tag anybody. So I apologize that I can't tag. Let me see if I can get in this group. I guess I can't. Anyway, so we're not getting in that. All right. So what I wanted to do was cover a game plan with you. If I lost everything, because I have. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Okay. I'm going to pull it up here, share screen. We know how to work this thing. Window. All right. All right. So what we did was we put together a 30-day roadmap. And all you have to do is just comment the word roadmap. If you already have it, then we'll let you know. You should already have it. If you don't know that you already have it, then just let one of us know. We'll get you to the right place. But we put a 30-day roadmap. If I had to get back to $10,000 a month as fast as I possibly could, then what would I do? Okay. And how could I get there the easiest way, the less work? Like what would I do? Okay. So we literally put this 30-day plan together. And this plan is 1 to 8 weeks. Okay. So again, you're probably thinking like, wait, it's a 30-day plan, but it's 8 weeks. So we're giving you the 30-day plan, but we're also giving you some bonus stuff in there as well on what we would do after that 30-day run. Okay. Give me a number 2 in the comments if that makes sense, because there is some prep work that needs to be done in the first week or 2. And then that's where we say, all right, we're going to put our heads down for 30 days and we're going to go knock this thing out. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through that plan, and I'm going to walk you through what it looks like to get like a lot of the bulk big things out of the way so you can start executing this plan to the fullest. Okay. So give me a fire emoji or give me the last emoji that you put in your phone, unless it's something sexy that you were supposed to send to your spouse, and don't send that to me. Okay. So first things first, if I had to start over, okay, what I'm doing is I got to make sure that my offer is, let's just scoot through here. So we're gonna scoot all the way past the prep stuff, and we're gonna go to day 1. Okay, everybody cool with that? Rich is like, I can't send you my last emoji. You know what I'm saying? Because the weekend and stuff. But all right, first things first. Okay, when everything crashed in our business, literally we looked at our current offer. Okay, offer is the thing that you sell to people. Okay, and we looked at our current offer and we were like, okay, this isn't going to work for us anymore. And then we found out that kind of like Wes, my wife, wasn't really feeling the offer anymore either. So like there was just a lot of energetic stuff that like wasn't making sense in that offer. So we had to come up with a new offer. Okay. If you're following along with me, everybody just say the word offer. Okay. And what we had to start doing is looking at, okay, what could we offer that I want to do? Okay. What's the thing that I want to do? Okay. So we had to like really start to put together a little bit of math. Okay. First thing that we had to look for, if you're taking notes, is 1, I had to make sure that I was in alignment. Okay. You can put the word alignment. If you can't spell it, it's okay. But I had to get aligned with an offer that like I knew was for me. Okay. The other thing that we had to do was we had to look and see like, hey, is this offer that I'm aligned with, how can I relaunch this to the audience that I already have? That way they can see my transition. Okay. I'm gonna break this shit down a little bit, and I wanted to make sure that it makes sense to you. But a lot of people, when they go through what we did, okay. So for instance, we were in the network marketing space, and our membership was for network marketers. Okay. So when we decided that the offer that was aligned with where we wanted to go, we realized that, oh man, this is going to be different for our audience. Okay. And you may have gone through that too, where you're like, all right, I have this audience over here. I'm not really aligned with that anymore, but I need to make this transition with my audience. Right. So I need to make sure that the number one thing with my offer, I need to have alignment with the offer. Okay. I also need to make sure that this offer can give me, with one sale. Oh, sorry, my voice all squeaky. One sale equals a good month. Okay. Here's what I want to ask you a question. Okay. What's a good month for you? What's a good, that's a horrible, I like, when I look at this, I'm like, oh my God, how do you spell my, What's a good month for you? So for me at the time when I was doing this work, when I had to start over, one, I knew that the offer that we were aligned with or that was aligned with wasn't necessarily like helping network marketers. Okay. But I also knew that if I made one sale, then I would really I would like to make like 8 grand a month if I made one sale. Okay. And that's the math that I want you to do. Like all your expenses are going to be covered. Like your house is covered, your car's covered, your expenses are covered, and then some is covered with one sale. Okay. So Sarah just said 8,000 a month is what I need in order to not lose money, right? So when she makes 8,000, it's pretty much a break even month, okay? So what we have to do is we need to know, okay, how can I design an offer? Not only is it 8,000, but I'm going to do this math with me real quick, okay, Sarah? Take $8,000, okay? Take $8,000 and multiply it times 40. I'm sorry, times 40%. Oops, did I do that math wrong? 8,000 divided by 0.40. There we go. I did the math wrong. I apologize. Don't listen to me. So you're going to take $8,000 divided by 0.40. Okay. So when you do that math, you're going to end up with an income of $20,000. That's the number that we're looking at. Okay. So really what we want in our offer journey, okay, this math is magic. Sorry, Sarah, I did that math wrong. It's 8,000 divided by 0.40. Okay. You're going to end up with $20,000. Now, here is the magic in this. Okay. When we do our offer journey, oh man, when we do our offer journey, you're going to have your client is like not happy and they're over here. Okay. And you want your core offer to eventually get to a place where it's $8,000, and you want eventually, after they go through that, if they ascend to what we call our premium offer, we want them to pay at $20,000. Okay. Now, this is where you start actually seeing the journey of what a client goes through with you and like a higher ticket client with you. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to put everybody in a box here. You may work with people and you're like, man, there's no way they would ever pay me 20,000. Okay. You may work with, a certain group of people, and there may not be that option here. I'm not trying to put anybody in a box by any means. What I want you to focus on is the word possibility. Okay. Is it possible in some world that someone could pay you 20 grand to do a job for them, to do something for them, to get them to a particular result in Happy Land? Okay. Is that a possibility? Not a probability, a possibility. And give me a yes or a no in the comments section. Because again, we're talking about focusing on your rich niche. And what I want you to see here is that if your core offer was 8,000, you sold one of those a month, and that ends up being a good month, and you ascended at some point that person to your premium offer where they paid 20, this is where the connection between your offer and your bank account and your goals is where it's at. You feel me? Because if your expenses are $8,000 a month and you're living off 40% of your income, because that's what a good business owner does, right? They live off 40% of their income, and that means 60% of their income is working for them, right? Let me know if this makes sense. But you got to get that point where you got the offers aligned, and one sale puts you in a really good space to hit your expenses, and your offer journey is in that space where if one of those people upgrades, they're literally upgrading into a space where it's paying not just for my expenses, but it's paying for my freedom. Does that make sense? Okay. I need to now is where it gets sexy. So now I'm going to let everybody put their sexy emojis in. Okay. Bring the eggplants, bring the peaches, bring whatever you need to the table. Okay. And drop those emojis in. All right. And before I go on, just pop the phrase in makes sense. If this makes sense to you, because this is like the catalyst of what we're doing here. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to head over to ChatGPT and we want to confirm that our offer is the offer that we need. Okay. So what we're going to do day one is I'm going to pop in my ChatGPT super prompt. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into my Google folder and I'm going to just type in the word super prompt. And what we give away in this 30-day plan is our super prompts, where all you have to do, they're just copy and paste prompts. You put them in a ChatGPT and it's going to spell out everything for you. Okay. So prompt one, I'm just going to click here. It's going to take me to, it took me to the wrong one. So it's going to take me to prompt one. Okay. And in prompt one, it's going to give me, let's see here. It's going to give me everything that I need for my offer, my lead magnet, my call, and then I can then see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just prop this prompt in real quick. Okay, I'm going to do this with you guys here while we got some time together. Okay, and if you don't have these prompts, make sure that you get them from us. Okay, so. Got to make sense. All right. Hell yeah. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting together this prompt where ChatGPT is going to ask me about my offer. It's going to ask me about my lead magnet that's going to lead people to my offer. It's going to ask me about everything that I do in business. So the things that are really important. Okay. So let's look at this. Okay. We want to start building this workbook. Okay. We call this our prep doc. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start having a conversation with ChatGPT so we can start putting together like, hey, this is our marketed skill. This is my target audience. These are the pains and things that my target audience is going through. Like, this is my promise, my framework, my messaging, my offer, my lead magnet. Okay. Once I have that offer kind of set, then I want to bring it back to our community and start to get feedback on it, because the whole point is to put this information into my offer journey so I know that I have a clear path of not just getting a $8,000 client or a $5,000 client or whatever, but then I can work forwards to my premium and I can work backwards to my lower offers. Okay. Give me a number 3 if that makes sense. Okay. But we want to focus on that core offer for now, because if we can get this one done, this one is like getting all the work done that is going to lead people to this. And then I can just take pieces out of this and have my offer or my smaller offers that are going to lead people right back to this. Okay. So that's what I want to do here. And when ChatGPT asked me to start putting in this information, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my super prompts and I'm just going to copy and paste this in. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop where it says stop. Okay. So I'm going to answer this question to Sarah. She said, should the core offer be $8,000? So I'm going to answer that in the best way that I can. Okay. The core offer should not be $8,000. Okay. Your core offer, I'm asking, is there a possibility that your best client would pay you $8,000 for like a core result, right? And if there's that possibility, then yes, I would look for every opening for your offer to be at $8,000, Sarah. Okay. Now, in the respect of actually getting there, okay, so if we take out the board and we say, all right, cool, I know that there is a yes possibility of my core offer being $8,000. Yes. Okay. We got that. And then you say, well, right now my core offer is $3K. Then you have to basically say, how can I close the gap and deliver something so amazing and so awesome and duplicatable that this gap closes from 3K to 8K? Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense in the comment section. Okay. As we play around with these prompts, because again, what I want to do is I want to confirm that not only do I have a solid offer, but as I put this in here, okay, so what you're going to see is I'm going to copy this, okay, and I'm going to pop this into ChatGPT, okay, and it's going to start literally like building my business for me, okay. And yeah, it does take some thought, Sarah. It does take thought. It takes conversation with your people. It just takes putting the idea out there so we create a space of possibilities and we can stop getting out of a space of probabilities where we kind of operate from every day without even realizing that we're operating from that space every day. Okay. So you can see how much information ChatGPT is popping out for me. Okay. And we're going to let it do it. We're going to let it do its thing. Okay. Now, for the sake of time, what's going to happen is you can see here that we went through this 10-step deal. It gave all the way down to like helping me create my lead magnet for step 10. Step 9 was creating lead magnet part 1, generating ideas that I can use for a paid call, all the way down. So everything that you have inside of your journey. The next step is basically asking ChatGPT to say, please ask me one question at a time. Okay, so it's going to ask me those questions. When it gives me the answers to those questions, what I'm then going to do is put the answers to those questions in this blue spot in my workbook. Okay, that way, when I have my answers to my first prompt, and then I go to a new chat. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a rundown of how this works. Okay, especially if I had to know that I was like getting the right amount of content out there, so my content's doing the job that I need while I'm going out and doing my guerrilla work to get myself back in front of new clients. Okay, so now it's doing that work on the back end. Okay. So what we're going to look at is I'm going to show you what this looks like already kind of done. Okay. Let's type in one that we just did yesterday, or not yesterday, a couple days ago. Let's pull up. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up our next set of prompts here. Okay. Now that we have all the information we need, like the marketable skill, the target audience, the promise, our offer, our problems, struggles, all these things. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to pop this in as our social media prompt. Okay. So watch what this does. I want you to watch and see what this do here. So I'm going to copy this. Okay. Is everybody paying attention? Give me another emoji if you're paying attention. We're going to paste this in after our first prompt is done. Okay. And this is what's going to give us our content for the next 90 days. Okay. So so you see how it's building out this flow chart for me? Okay. Look at this flow chart that it's building out. Everybody see that? Did everybody see that? So now what just happened off this copy and paste prompt was it just gave me 5 controversial topics, 5 educational topics, 5 behind the scene tools that I could use, 5 mistakes that my audience is making, 5 objections that my audience would give me, and 5 frustrations, fears, desires, and frustrations. Sarah, if you're looking for those prompts, Sarah, go into your members area. Okay, you'll see you'll see the course that says 30-day client blitz, and then they'll be in the resources section. Okay, Sarah. So just let me know if you can't find those, or let Ankh know, or inside the group, and they will direct you to the new 30-day client blitz, Sarah. And once you're in there, you'll see a section. It's called resources, and you'll see one of the resources is called super prompts. Okay, and those will be in there for you. Okay, and then all you need to do is copy the prompt over to your workbook. If you want to use this workbook, you can copy it over. That way, you've got your information inside of the prompts. Okay. That way, you never have to change it. And it's going to make using ChatGPT like super fast for you because your information's already in it. Does that make sense, Sarah? Let me know if that makes sense, because we wanted to set this up to where, like, once you put in your information into the blue and then you start like writing out your daily emails, or writing emails for a sales letter, or writing emails for anything, or text messages or whatever, the best way to use ChatGPT is giving it all the information that it needs in a copy and paste manner without having to start over. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. So that's why we set this up like that. Okay. Because the more information that you give ChatGPT about you, your business, your audience, if you can get it out of ChatGPT once and then copy and then have it in one place, it's going to make your life a ton easier. Okay. And what we then do, guys, is we're going to look at these questions. Okay. So, in the sense of like, this client is a line, like she helps people with land development. So, the first question in the controversial category is, is restrictive zoning laws hindering your land development dreams? So, you can see that the question isn't perfect. I'd probably redo this question like from my person as they're asking me. Are restrictive zoning laws going to keep me from hitting my dreams in land development? Is like, how are restricting zoning laws keeping me from flipping my first house? You see how that works, guys? Give me a number 4 if you're still following me, if this makes sense, and give me if this is helping. If you're getting value from this, please let me know. Okay, because what we're going to do, okay, guys, is I'm going to then take this content at this point, just so you guys know, we're on day 2 at this point. Okay. At this point, I'm on day 2. We're getting our social prompts. All right. So at this point, I'm going to take the what do you call them? The questions. Okay. I'm going to take those questions and I'm going to copy and paste those over into I'm going to copy them over to this guide here. Okay. And what this guide is basically where my questions are. Okay. So you can see the first one are restrictive zoning laws hindering my land development goals. Okay. That's one. And then I'm going to copy and paste this one. Is urban sprawl a necessary evil for profitable land development? Okay. But in the file lessons are if there's an issue with your prompt guide, let me know. 30-day companion guide. Oh, I'll double check that for you today, Sarah, because there should be the 30-day guide in there, Sarah. You should see this 30-day plan. Okay. And then you should also see the individual one for your prompts. Okay. And I'll have them look at that today just to make sure everything's aligned, but those should be in there for you. Okay. And then all we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to take our questions from ChatGPT, and then we're just going to copy them over. And a lot of times what I would do just to make it easier is just to copy this spreadsheet right over to your doc. Okay. And let's see here. Where's our doc at? Am I missing our doc? Let's see. There we go. So you see there's our doc. I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste this down in here. Okay. Now you can see it didn't copy over like I wanted it to. That's why sometimes it's easier just to copy it right from ChatGPT. So I can just put them in the spaces that they need to go inside of that doc. Okay. So that one is controversial. So I'm going to head over to my controversial topics and I'm going to put that in there. Okay. Now at this point, all I have to do is film this in one sitting. Okay. So once I have all my questions moved over, then all I'm going to do is shoot one video answering all these questions at once. Okay. And what I'm going to do is once I've shot that video in one sitting, I'm going to head over to my app that I use called Opus Pro. Okay. And let me just log into Opus. Okay. And this is an example of what it's going to look like. Okay. So once I put in that one video, it's going to spit me out about 30 to 60. In this example, we ended up getting 80 videos. Okay. And these videos are already, we can edit them in here, but they're already edited. They already give us a description. So what I'm going to do is once these videos are ready, I'm just going to go ahead and spread them out on TikTok, Reels, Facebook over the next 30 to 90 days. Okay. And once I've got this content up, now I can go put my head down with like getting people to my lead magnet, booking calls, growing my new audience, and putting myself in a space where if my offer is $1,000, then I may put myself in a space where I know I can close 10 clients over the next 30 days and get where I needed to go. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions before you, but let me know if you have any questions on the strategy as I kind of lay that out. Okay. Any questions so far on how this works? Because again, guys, what I want to make sure that I'm doing, if I had to start over, I'm going to make sure that within the first week, I'm putting out the right content for my audience. I've got it spread out over the next 30 to 90 days. I'm answering questions, but I'm doing it in the categories that are needed to actually like create more conversations and to nurture people into becoming a client or moving into a call with me. Okay. So that's why it's really important to do our content ideas in this manner. Using ChatGPT can help us find these content ideas, answer the right questions, do it in one sitting, put that video into Opus Clip, and then look at the video itself. Okay. So again, Opus is not perfect, guys. But it literally just took an hour video and spliced it into 80 videos. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to look at this video here. We're going to let's go to edit. Okay. We're going to go to edit this clip. And I'm just going to review this video really quickly. Okay. Now that particular video, okay, this particular video, it looks like it jumped in a little too late. So you can see here that there's context in the video that was marked out, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look. It says, so our agency has only gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm going to go back a little bit and look for a place that may be a better hook for this video. Okay. So maybe it's and. So I'm going to say set as start here. So now that video Maybe it needed to be about, this one ended up about 47 seconds. So maybe, they're usually about 60 seconds of like content. So a lot of times I can go back and like see, okay, like where's the other 13 seconds? Is it in the front or is it in the back? That can help me get to a space where I know that this is a good 60-second video that I can pop out. Okay. Let me know if this is making sense so far, guys. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. But this is the 30-day plan that I would follow to get my offer out the gate in day one. I got my content that's designed to lead people to that offer. So I'm literally like, I got 30 to 90 days of my breadcrumbs like laid out immediately. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my third day and I'm going to like focus on writing out my story. Okay. My transformation is what I'm going to focus on day 3. Okay, we show you how to break down that transformational story because your story is the only thing that's going to set you apart from everybody else that's selling the same thing. Your story is the only thing that's going to set you apart, your transformation. So we take a whole day to do that. Okay. On day 4, we just want you to review your questions that you have from your super prompt. Okay. And then day 5, we just want you to shoot that one video. Okay. Take the video, put it into Opus Clip, and then the next day, what you're going to do is schedule out your content for the next 30 to 90 days. Okay. And then you're going to put your head down and we're going to go to work on our booking funnel and our lead magnet funnel. So when we actually start like intentionally going after our ideal audience on a daily basis, we have the content already built. We've got our transformation story already written. We've got a lead magnet and a way to book. So when you put your head down over the next 2 to 3 weeks of building your new audience, then you know that you're putting yourself in front of the right people and you have assets that can serve them. Okay. And then we're going to go into what we call like an acquisition week of, even if it's beta. Okay, guys, when everything crashed in our business, I had to go back to kind of a beta launch, and it's okay to do that. Okay. The product that I sell today is $50,000, and it started like 5 years ago when everything crashed in our business. And I started this process. This very like it's the same process. And it's one of those things where after everything crashed, I wrote down on paper like what our ideal client would need from like the most premium A to Z style offer, right? And when we wrote all that out, then we got to a space where, all right, I know this is this should be like $60,000, but for the next 5 people, I'm going to do it for 5,000. And guess what? 5 people took it, and we'd made $25,000, and it got us back in the game. And you may not be in a place where you're like out of the game, but when we went from literally doing like 20 grand a month to like barely scraping by for 8 months, and then got back in the game because we got this right, made 25,000 real quick, and then made 42,000, and then 72,000, and then 100,000, and then 190,000, and then it just kept going from there. But it all started here. It all started with a 30-day plan like this. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense with a number 5. Now, nobody's asked any questions so far, so I'm guessing that I'm guessing that you're good. Okay. I'm guessing you're good. But guys, this is where you got to put your head down. Okay. This is where you can use tools like ChatGPT and use AI tools to help you come up with these questions, help you come up with your assets for your business. Okay. And then you start piecing this thing together. So again, if you are in the right headspace, then follow this guide. We literally give you a step-by-step plan here. All you got to do is just follow it. The checklist is here. We give you check by week. All you got to do is just follow each day and get feedback and support. Okay. But if you do not have access to, I know there's some people on here right now that already have access to this 30-day plan. If you do not have access to it, just type the word Blitz in. That way we can give you the information on how to get inside. But if you do this the right way, okay, and you're really looking to take your content to the next level that actually monetizes, if you do this the right way, then within the first 6 weeks, you can have 400 videos shot, and that's enough content for your entire year. Okay. And the beauty is, this is the last point I want to make around content. Okay. Everybody that sees your content today is in 3 areas. Okay. They're either brand new to you, which you should always have somebody seeing you for the first time today. Okay. So again, number 1 is brand new. If you're taking notes inside the comment section, again, that's what I would suggest that's supposed to go there. Okay. So every single day, you should have someone that's viewing a piece of your content that has never seen you before in their life. Okay. The next person is the nurture person. They've been around a little bit, but they still need to be nurtured. That's the person that, like, I always use the buying a new mattress analogy. Like, there's someone that their back is hurting, but it's not hurting enough that when they see the emails from a mattress company, they're not going to go buy the mattress like right now, right? But they need to see the mattress commercial. They need to see the content. So when they are ready, when the pain is big enough, and when that 10 years comes around of where everybody buys a new mattress at 8 to 10 years, right? Or their pain is enough that they go buy the mattress, that they're conditioned to go back to you. Okay. They're conditioned to go back to you. The other thing that the number 3 person is the person that is ready to buy. Okay. So eventually you want to have pieces of content that are out there serving all 3 levels of people. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense in the comment section, because this is the foundation of like where we're going to create these pieces of content and have them always like being pumped out, because it's not just one piece of content that helps people see why you're the solution to their problem. Okay. And this is why we set it up this way. Okay. All right, guys, I got to roll. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you already have access to the new 30-day client blitz, make sure that you go in there, you get rocking on it. If you do not have access to it, just type the word blitz in. If you don't know if you have access to it, type the word blitz in, and one of our peeps will get back with you. All righty. See you. Have a good day.